All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Niche Gamer. So there's a situation happening with Niche Gamer, which is a gaming journalist website. It's a little bit on the smaller side. I've covered their articles in the past. They do pretty good work ultimately, but they are, close to what their name says. They're a niche gaming website, and that's what they do. Now, recently, Elon Musk just came out and criticized Xbox for a lot of the practices that they're doing right now, and rightfully so. And Niche Gamer essentially came out with a tweet that had a lot of people confused. A lot of people were talking about it. They were essentially saying that they can't cover certain stories because they basically don't want to lose whatever little bit of access they have to the mainstream left. They don't want to lose it. And a lot of people were attacking them for it. It was an entire thing. And ultimately, I don't know if I disagree or agree with them. I can understand why they did so, but I think that they are probably going to get a lot of backlash for this.
Go yourself. Is that clear?
So we have an article here from That Park Place with a headline that reads, video game outlet Niche Gamer claims that they will be punished by PR firms and video game studios if they cover Elon Musk criticizing Xbox's global product marketing manager. Now, I think Niche Gamer probably shouldn't have even said anything, to be honest with you. I think they shouldn't have admitted that they can't cover it. If you are a company that is choosing not to cover something because it's going to ruin your access or whatever the case may be, you got to realize that nobody's going to be happy with this. You're going to have both sides end up attacking you because you're not pleasing them one way or the other. You're better off just not mentioning it at all and just put out as many articles as you can about other stuff and just drown out the content that way. Nobody's ever going to like someone who decides that they don't cover a story based off reasons like this. So let's get into this article, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. It says video game outlet Niche Gamer took to social media to claim that it will be punished by PR firms working for video game developers if it covers Elon Musk criticizing Xbox's global product marketing manager's recent comments about gamers. Now, Xbox has just been absolutely killing it lately. They have been killing it lately through the moon. What do I mean by that? Well, they are coming out with so many DEI nonsense things that they are definitely in the spotlight. I will say that. And not for the reasons that would ever help them beat PlayStation. I mean, let's be real. They've been losing for 2 generations now, and I'm not even a Sony fanboy. Okay, I'm a PC Master Race kind of guy, but I can even see that Sony is crushing them. Now, Sony is crushing them, and Sony is also woke as shit. They have a whole bunch of woke nonsense that's in their video games, but ultimately, PlayStation is in fact destroying Xbox out of the two. They're both woke. They both do DEI nonsense, but one of them is trailing very far behind to the point where they're probably going to bow out of the console race pretty soon, I would imagine. At least that's how it looks. It says back on March 27th, Kelly Lombardi, Xbox's global product marketing manager, posted on X, "Raise your hand if you're not a white man and you buy video games." She added, "No hate to white dudes. It's just another day in the gaming industry that minorities have to fight to prove that they exist." Now, I mean, where do we even begin? So we spoke about Kelly Lombardi on stream. And Kelly Lombardi is one of those white liberals that just recently found out that minorities exist, okay? She's been living her entire life surrounded by her very wealthy white family, probably, and she just recently realized that minorities exist. So now she's choosing to virtue signal because she feels like they are not getting enough light and they're not getting enough eyes on them without the help and support of the white savior that is known as Kelly Lombardi. So she put out this tweet. She ended up doing the typical playbook, puts out a racist tweet, ends up deleting it, then she goes protected, and then claims harassment after that. It's a 4-stage playbook that they do all the time. And anytime someone says no hate to white dudes, you already know it either follows or it's going to supersede hate on white dudes. Then it says, as noted by YouTuber Vera Dark, Lombardi deleted the post explaining, "I deleted my last tweet because it was poorly worded, lacked context, and didn't accurately reflect how I feel. You're full of shit. You are full of shit." It reflected exactly how you feel, Kelly Lombardi. You don't like white dudes, okay? You don't like white dudes. You have found out and discovered the BBC, and you are now obsessed with it. So then you love it so much that you feel like if you virtue signal online, it will provide you with more of what you love, and it will also allow you to keep those minorities that you claim to love so much in mental chains that allows you to easily control what they say, what they do, and how they feel. As long as you feel like you're the virtuous one, as long as you feel like you're on that pedestal of overall like virtuous superiority, you're going to be happy. The gaming industry is incredibly diverse, and more voices we have been creating, watching, and playing games, the better. She continued, there's room for everyone. There's always been room for everyone, Kelly. That's why you are a tourist to the gaming scene. You don't understand that gaming has been this diverse for decades. It hasn't gotten more diverse. It has always been diverse. It has never been a white man only thing. Gaming has been enjoyed by everybody. Gaming has ultimately been connecting people of all different kinds of races and creeds together for decades. You're just now figuring this out. Musk then reacted to Lombardi's first post, writing, it should not be acceptable for any company in the gaming industry to be racist and sexist against white guys. Niche Gamer took to X to explain why they would not be covering Musk's posts on its website. The outlet posted, while we do agree with the base sentiment of gaming companies overplaying their hands per se, unfortunately we can't cover this particular story or more stories like it without potentially getting punished by the PR firms hired by those same game companies who we have to rely on to get access to video games for review and coverage purposes, ranging from smaller devs to mid-sized operations to even AAA game companies and publishers alike. Now, this particular post right here, listen, Niche Gamer, I have no ties to them, so I really don't care. I don't think they're bad for doing this, okay? I don't think they're necessarily bad for doing this, but what I will say is that they are weak for doing this, okay? You could be weak and not necessarily be bad. You know, like some people just don't have the ability to go full on like, fuck this, fuck the system, I don't care. You know, some people really don't want to risk their companies, they don't want to risk their jobs, and I get that, okay? I totally get that, but just because I get that doesn't mean it doesn't make you weak, okay? It makes you very weak, at least in the public eye, when you put out a post like this saying Big Daddy has complete control over me, that I cannot put out a article that I want to write that you seemingly say you agree with. You agree with everything being said by Elon Musk for the most part, and you don't want to write about it because Big Daddy's going to punish you if you write about it. So you got to make sure you stay in your little place. You stay in your little corner like a good little bitch and don't do anything. That's what I mean by it makes you look weak, okay? That's why you shouldn't have just said anything at all. Nobody would have even questioned or noticed had you not say anything. But now you're openly admitting that you're choosing not to cover the story to save your grace with Big Daddy mainstream gaming industry. It just seems really, really weak. Then it says, because a lot of those PR same people support the people who hold these similar views like what Elon's referring to here, we've already having significant issues and experiencing roadblocks regarding getting access to AAA titles because we have covered the Sweet Baby Inc. stories alone. It's quite unfortunate, the outlet concluded. So it looks like they're struggling to get video games to review, okay? I can understand how that would be detrimental, but here's the thing. If you become a website where people know you are 100% journalistic integrity when it comes to gaming, that you will never sell out, that you will never be that bitch in the corner that is going to do what mainstream gaming daddy tells you to do, then what is stopping you from buying the game on release day and just playing the game and reviewing it a little bit later? I understand that being a little bit later to the review process will probably hurt your overall, you know, maybe your clicks, your ad revenue, or whatever the case may be. But I think the long game here would be better if people start to realize, hey, Niche Gamer is that website. Yes, we have to wait a little bit longer for their review. Maybe we have to wait another week or two compared to other places, but this is the spot. Once Niche Gamer drops their word on a video game, that is law, because people know that it's real and it's genuine and it cannot be wavered, it cannot be bought, it cannot be faltered in any way. You don't want to do that. You want to get early access reviews because that's the easier thing to do. So you're falling in line. Again, this is how it makes it seem, and it makes you seem very weak. I will fully understand if this is what you want to do, and I get that, but I just can't necessarily support it because I'm a little bit on the extreme side. I'm more of a, I want to say what I want to say. It's different, right? Like if you censor certain words because of platform rules and TOS, that's different. As long as the statement and the message is the same, censoring words means nothing. But if you're flat out not reporting on it at all because you're scared to lose access to Big Daddy mainstream gaming, yeah, I really can't say I respect that or respect you as a website. So I don't have any issues with you as a website. I will still look at your articles every now and then, but ultimately I'm going to know that now it's a little bit biased in the sense that you're going to be so scared to offend Big Daddy that you're going to make sure you censor your articles completely, not just in words, but in thought as well, which makes it very bad. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.